Hello and welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. I'm Moose, and today I got an awesome knife review for you. The knife comes from this awesome company called White River Knives. It's a company based out of Michigan, and they make awesome USA made fixed blades, and they're superb. And so we're going to review one today. I'll leave links in the description below to White River Knife and Tool website, as well as other links as always. So, the knife is the Firecraft 3.5 Pro. The Firecraft 3.5 Pro, which is an awesome knife. So real quick, when I got this knife, I received it right away. It came super fast from White River Knives. And it came in this awesome wooden box that the knife was in and all sorts of stuff. And I was just blown away by the presentation of it. I did an unboxing video of this knife, so if you're interested, I'll link it in the eye in the upper right hand corner. Definitely check that out because I was just blown away and super stoked. It was a great experience unboxing it. That being said, we'll go over the specs. Well, actually, we'll go over the sheath real quick because that's how you're going to see it first. First off, this knife does come with a Kydex sheath. It is thinner Kydex, which is really nice. Keeps the weight down, but still is very strong and rock solid build on it. With the Kydex sheath, it also comes with a fire rod, hence the word Firecraft 3.5 Pro. And it comes with a pass-through belt loop retainer there. And it's just bolted on by two bolts. And it has these other diagonal cutouts where I think you can take the actual belt clip and figure out other configurations of carrying it. It has 5 grommet holes that you can use as, you know, a neck carry, strapped to a pack, whatever. You know, you guys are creative, which is really cool. It makes it very versatile. And then two, what I really like is that this top rivet or eyelet here is actually used as the thumb ramp. And so you have a rock solid thumb ramp to push off and take the knife out. The sheath weighs about 3.5 ounces, somewhere around there. But we'll get into the stats, whatever. But here's the knife. I'm going to go over the stats. Also included with the knife in the packaging is this little certificate. And what I like, it gives you a lot of the stats on top there, so I'll just read them off. So the Firecraft 3.5 Pro, blade length is 3.5 inches. Overall length is 7.75 inches. The knife is made out of S35 VN blade steel. Comes with a Kydex sheath, and the handle scales are G10. And that's kind of what makes this knife the Pro model. There's two different models. There's the Firecraft 3.5 and the Firecraft 3.5 Pro. The Firecraft 3.5 is basically just the knife without any handle scales, but it's paracord wrapped. And that knife, I believe at the time of this video, is going for around $110, $115 plus shipping. And it comes in a multitude of different paracord hand wraps, which is really cool. But other than that, I think it's the same finish. And it's overall the same. It's the exact same blade, just different paracord colors that you can choose from. As far as the 3.5 Pro, it comes in two different variations. Both G10 handle scales, but either orange or black. And I chose the orange because it's a survival knife to me. It's a field crafting knife. And I'm going to use this out in the woods. And so if I drop it, I want something to contrast with the foliage and hopefully help me find it faster. So orange is the way to go for me. All right. The one thing that was not on the stat card is the weight. And that's one of the pluses to this knife, I feel. And the overall weight for the knife is 3.58 ounces. And the overall package for both, and I weighed this myself, is around 6.6 ounces. So it's still under half a pound, and with the sheath and the knife included, it's 6.6 ounces around, and that's pretty freaking awesome for a fixed blade knife with a sheath. You know, I'm a backpacker. I love camping, and you know, I'm gonna carry stuff with me. The lighter it is, the easier it is for me to carry. And having a compact fixed blade firecrafting survival-ish knife, that's awesome. So love the weight, love the design of the sheath. Also, it comes with the fire rod that comes with the bungee cord, which is great. That's going to secure it into the sheath. It has a tight, snug friction fit in there. But one of the highlights of this system is the fire rod and the actual handle. Now, I've had multiple fire rods or ferro rods, and I've never been excited for the handle, but this one I am, and it's a canvas micarta, and it just feels great. It is just a really nice texture to hold into hand, and knowing that it's canvas micarta, if this gets wet, it's only going to make it grippier, so that's really cool. It's a nice touch, and it's definitely something different that you don't see every day, so excellent job, White River Knives, on the fire steels or the ferro rods. Really like that. All right, so now getting into the knife, it has a kind of satin stonewash finish, so it's like a polished stonewash. It's a really beautiful stonewash, but it's very smooth and it just looks really nice and classy. The blade shape, it's a high saber grind, and it's a very utilitarian, like a utility style blade shape. The overall profile kind of reminds me of a Hudson Bay style knife, but I really do like the high skin or the high saber grind. Makes the knife very slicey, but still, it's pretty robust, and just gives it a different look. It is a drop point. The point comes to a center, so it's pretty well balanced as far as like doing drilling for like bow drill divots or whatever. The spine is sharpened at least 3/4 of the way. The first quarter has jimping on it that really locks the thumb in there really nice, but it's rounded, so that section isn't sharp. You can kind of put your thumb in that divot too as well. And the divot is purposeful for striking the ferro rod, but you can also strike it anywhere along that sharpened spine. The other thing I really like is that it has a sharpening choil there. Those are always handy. There's the Firecraft logo, which is a little campfire. On the other side, you see CF 3.5 for Firecraft 3.5. It looks like I got the 354th one, I believe. And then it says USA, White River, and then S35VN. So USA made blade, go America! So be proud of that. All right, going into the handles. The G10 handles, scales are just awesome. They add a lot of thickness and girth to the knife, especially for pinching. It really helps out. And then you have this kind of deeper finger choil that creates a guard, and then it's ever so slightly has a shallow taper to it, and then it ends in a ring, which is unique. It's part of the reason why I got this knife. I've never had a knife with a ring on it, so it's pretty comfortable. You can hold it like that with the pinky in or outside, and it's both really comfortable. This is the most comfortable grip and the grip that you'll have the most control in. I will say is the profile is a little narrow. I wish it was just a little bit more wide in the profile here. Mostly because in this grip, you kind of press it into the point where your fingers meet the palm, and you have good grip there. But if I want to just like grab around it and try to do some really hard kind of push cuts like that, I have to sink it all the way back, but then the front of my palm doesn't really grab it. So for my hands, I wish it was just a little bit more wide. But that being said, this isn't designed for super heavy duty tasks. You're going to be doing feather sticks and some shaving of wood and some drilling and some scraping. So it's not one that you're really going to be really trying to split down with some heavy push cuts. But even then, that being said, this thing's a little workhorse and it's pretty durable. I batoned with this knife. I had some really old, dried out hardwood. It's pretty tough. With this blade, it's 3.5 inches, so you're not going to really want to baton anything over maybe 2.5 inches in diameter. But this thing held up. I will say it's a little bit easier to pinch it when you're batoning rather than trying to grab it. Once again, it doesn't really fill the hand, but because it is thicker, I kind of pinched it like this and batoned, and I was able to smack through. And that wood was hard. It was really hard, but it did a great job and it held up. Nothing came loose. The scales didn't come loose, and it's a rock solid spine, so that's really awesome. When it came to shaving the feather sticks, It's a little different because usually I'm used to having the handle meet the bottom of the blade, and I feel in that way you have like the most control. But this still worked really good. It was very comfortable. I didn't get any hot spots. It just took me a little bit of time to get used to kind of the geometry and where the weight is when I'm actually pushing. Two, the mosquitoes were really bad, so that was throwing off my focus. And then when it came to starting fire, the ferro rod works great. I kind of chewed the hell out of it because I was testing it so much. But you know, you have that solid grip. You can use the divot or the spine, and it works fantastic. Once again, the mosquitoes were bugging the crap out of me, but it worked great, and you know, it started fire. It did what it was intended for. So excellent job. Definitely a fire crafting knife. The other thing with the ring pull, because it has that exposed pommel there, you can use it to maybe crack nuts open. It's pretty hard. The other thing that I like, just in general with smaller compact fixed blades, is you have way more control for detailed carving, spoons or whatnot. And because you have the handle skills, you can kind of grip back here, kind of choke up. You can choke up more on the blade because it is a wider blade. It's more wide, so you actually have space for your thumb, and you can really, you can really do some awesome cuts. Like I said, the high saber grind makes it really slicey, and the S35 VN blade steel just lets it retain the edge awesome. So really good. Also, this knife works great for food prep. I made lunch with it, cutting up some cucumbers. You have that big belly there that's really good for just roll cutting through stuff. And the flat is good. This would also be an excellent skinner. Just the right size and weight, and you just can really get up there and really skin with it. So there's a lot of versatility to this blade that I was pretty surprised with, and I believe it's just absolutely excellent. Food prep, firecraft, overall just general camp chores and hunting, skinning, especially with the Blaze Orange. Like, there's a lot of people that will enjoy this blade. That being said, let's compare it to some other knives real quick. I have the Hornet. I have Fixed Blade Skyline. I have Dejo Survivor. And the K-Bar. That's what I'll throw that up here. K-Bar Escobar. As you can see, they're all pretty much around the same size, around 3.5 inch to 3 inch blades, all flat ground or plain edge blades. Handle wise, the Firecraft 3.5 Pro has the longer handle because of the ring pull, but I'm sure it could be smaller if it needed to be. And as you can see here, you can see the actual profile and the width. From this side to this side, the length of the handle there. You can see on most of these other knives, they're actually much wider, except for maybe the Skyline. So let's compare. I'll actually compare the handle thickness. You can see how much more handle you have in it there. But blade thickness, I think the SK bar is slightly thicker. Handle thickness this way, it's about the same. Once again, thicker. Blade thickness, I think it goes to the Firecrafter about the same. And then here. And this one I'll say is just more comfortable just because it's wider in that regard. But in this hand grip, the Firecrafter is actually really comfortable this way. Alright guys, so there you have it. White River Knife and Tool, excellent company, really impressed so far. Like I said, check out the unboxing video. The Firecrafter 3.5 Pro, at the time of this video, $135 plus $10, around $10 shipping, plus tax and stuff. So you're looking about $150, but you get premium materials, great craftsmanship, fit and finish is awesome. S35 VN blade steel is perfect. So definitely a win, 2 thumbs up. Moose really loves this. I love this. And the presentation with the wooden box, just amazing. So guys, like I said, check all the links down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the other videos over here. Click that subscribe button. Click the notification bell. Click the eye in the upper right hand corner. Share this with friends and family. And thank you so much, and I'll see you outside.